Hi guys, so for today's reading, we're going to be looking into an upcoming move and what you can expect with the new changes and movements you're making in your life and where you're going or where you're relocating to or whatever the case may be with this movement. What are the things that you can expect to come from it? So we have 3 piles, 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. And if you guys enjoy this reading, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a timestamp, a donation, hit that little super thanks button. All that stuff helps me out so much, you guys, and I so appreciate each and every one of you that does anything to support my channel. If you guys do want to be able to make a donation, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, Amazon wishlist, and P.O. Box in the description box below. And also, thank you to those who have been purchasing my services as well. You can find my services, descriptions, prices, and my contact information down there as well. And it's the same payment options for payment as the donations, at least, well, PayPal and Cash App. There is also my live readings on Thursday as well, if anybody is interested in the collective readings. If you resonate with me and my channel, you will probably resonate with those collective readings as well, especially if you resonate with the term Earth Angel. Thank you guys so much for being here today, and let's get started with pile 1. For pile 1, what can you expect in this upcoming move or change going on in your life at this time? Rebuilding foundations. Bloodshed, tears, ashes, rain. Been through so much hardship and pain. Overcoming left and right for far too long, no end in sight. World gone ashy and gray, but I live to fight another day. Slowly cleansing rain brings spring. Slowly I start to dance and sing. Colors start to light the way. A little girl's giggles and play. Swift action now comes to bring together something that no one will ever sever. So, there is definitely some massive rebuilding of your foundation that you are doing, but also the foundations of the connections of the people you love most in your life. This could be siblings, this could be children, this could be parents, this could be friends, this could be an ex that was in your life for a very long time, and when you guys ended up splitting and going your separate ways, things blew up and out of proportion. This could be your own personal foundation inside of yourself as well. That connection to your own spirit and your own self-confidence and self-respect that nobody can ever tear down again. This could be building of a foundation in the sense of a literal foundation. You could be building your own house. You could be building your own house on your own land with everything bought and paid for, free and clear. Something that you don't have to make payments on, and something that will never be able to be taken away from you. So, if this is a connection with those closest to you that you love very deeply, these foundations were torn down because they were built on a very faulty foundation. And now this foundation has been repaired and you are able to rebuild these connections on top of this brand new foundation. One of authenticity, one of peace, one of clarity, one of truth, one of stability, one of an equal give and take, one where everyone has power. And nobody is having to sacrifice their power to be in a connection. Nobody has to sacrifice their dignity, their integrity, their beliefs, their morals, and their values because people started speaking up and expressing the truth of who they are. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. The Frog. The Elephant. The Beaver. The Emperor. And the Ace of Pentacles. So, yeah, a lot of you that chose this pile are definitely going to be building your own house. And if not, you're going to be buying a nice house. You're going to be having some sort of property that you can call your own. Some sort of physical stability and abundance that you have worked your ass off for. And you have worked extremely hard for these achievements and for this success and for this stability the accolades, the recognition. You've worked extremely hard to gain this property, whatever it is. And you did not work for this just for yourself. You worked for this for the greater good of everyone around you, for the greater good of your community, your family, your friends, your loved ones. You were working hard day and night. You were a boss, and you took charge, and you took action to go after what it is that you wanted to secure for yourself and those that you love. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. That song was popping into my head for some reason. You're going to be feeling very curious, very passionate, excited, inspired. You're going to be feeling very motivated. Some of you are going to be feeling very motivated to make an offer of commitment or stability to someone, to make an offer of part of this abundance. Some of you are planting a seed with someone, a seed of wisdom, stability, strength, solidity, a seed of commitment, loyalty, trust, strength. Some of you are going to be teaching your children, because a lot of you, this is going to have to do with your children, the lessons you have learned through your life. Some of you are going to be seeking out an elder's wisdom and knowledge on certain things as well when it comes to whatever it is that you're building right now. Slow and steady wins the race is what I just heard. A lot of people could have been dancing around, playing, laughing, and telling you you were stupid for putting so much time and effort into something that was never going to be necessary, needed, or even produce anything. And all the while they were doing the quick fix, the easy thing, the instant gratification, and you were building slowly and steadily. And it may have been extremely hard. You might have almost lost hope several times. But if you would have completely lost hope, you never would have made it here. You might have almost lost your faith completely several times, but same thing. You might have almost lost yourself a few times. It could have been a very lonely road creating this. But you have gotten here. And this is where you are at. And you do not forget. You have not forgotten the reason you started this in the first place. Even with all the competition, bitterness, jealousy, resentment, fighting, arguing. You have not forgotten the love that you had in your heart when you took these actions and the world you wanted to create for those that you love and for yourself. As you move away from these past energies of fights, arguments, chaos, drama, competition, as you move away from the energy of competition, and you start to move more into this path of leadership, of leading through your action, throwing down your sword, and choosing peace. Because that's what's best for everyone involved in a situation. You're going to start to feel a lot more childlike again, a lot happier, a lot more joyful. 8:44 was just on the clock. Your hard work is fucking building massive success for you, especially in your own foundation, in the foundation of your family, in the roots of your family. You are showing your children how to navigate this life with wisdom, stability, strength, solidity. You're showing them that no matter how much hardship, pain, hurt, and trauma they go through, they are strong and they can handle it and they can overcome things and they can create what their dreams are, because anything is possible because you have created your dreams. And yes, prayer is amazing, but you also have to meet them halfway. And that's what you're showing them. Reminds me of Where the Red Fern Grows, when he's talking to his grandfather about praying for those dogs, and he wants them so bad he can taste them almost. And he's like, well, you've prayed for them, but have you put in your part of the effort? You have put in your fucking part of the effort and then some. And you are a boss. You're moving to a place where you are going to be large and in charge. Remember to be humble with your power. You are cleansing and clearing away the past. Removing any fear or doubt and letting go. You're learning more adaptability, more flexibility. You're learning how to take down some of this rigidity and this wall that you had to build while you were working towards this success, because it seemed like at every turn, everyone around you was attacking you. And now that this wall is coming down a bit, you're starting to see that there has been some support around you. Even if it wasn't always so easy to see. So, that is what I have for this pile. Expect some fucking amazing things in this change for you guys and in this move, because there are definitely some amazing things here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Would love to hear from you in the comments on whether or not it resonated, what you got going on, all that kind of stuff. And thank you to each and every one of my supporters, whatever way you support me in. Whether it be donating, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, purchasing services, each and every one of those things really helps me out so much, you guys, and I thank you so much for that. I really hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. For you guys, let's see what is coming with this new move, this change, transition in your life right now. What can you expect to be going on? Reparenting. A purpose and reason all in its season. You were made for something great. Others' opinions shouldn't rate. You're amazing as you are. Knowing this will get you far. There's nothing here for me to say. How will you know without a new day? Sorry, there's nothing here for me, you say. How will you know without a new day? The sun always comes back out. The storm will clear. Sometimes you just need a good pout. Then I want you to stand up straight, set aside all the self-hate. You deserve love in your life. I know you are facing so much strife. If no one is there to give it to you, do what no one else is there to do. Self-soothing has lost its popularity, but see it now with new clarity. This is why we need to be taught, so when we're alone by darkness, we won't be caught. So, you are learning to reparent yourself, to become independent and free, to really be able to soothe yourself when you're upset, to take care of your energy when it's out of balance, to take care of your emotions, your mental health, to take care of your basic hygiene needs, to take care of your house or your animals, and to be able to do all of these things and function in a very beautiful way, in a new way. You may have been somebody who had people around you a lot when you were growing up. You may not have been allowed to go too many places by yourself or do too many things by yourself. You could have had very extremely helicopter-like parents who were constantly there if you needed anything, or just people in general who were constantly there if you needed anything, to tend to your every wound, your every cry, your every sadness or hurt, your every fear, or every moment of anger. So you may not have had to face a whole lot of those things on your own over the days or over the years. And so now you are going to be facing some of those things on your own so that you can see how strong you are and just how much you have within you to be able to face these things and overcome them. So that you can know that just like those other people that you see doing it on their own, you can too. You have everything you need within you to be able to. And it could be for some of you as well that you could have been seriously neglected as a child too, which means you do know how to self-soothe, but you may have a lot of fears of abandonment, a lot of trust issues, a lot of doubts when it comes to people telling you that they're going to be there for you when you need it. So some of you could actually be in an overly independent energy and are starting to come back down to a more balanced energy. That's going to be a very small group of people compared to the first group, though. The 8 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, Starfish, and the Eagle. Yes. Realizing that you've never truly had freedom, that it was an illusion the whole time, that it was superficial or shallow in some way. Maybe even realizing that some of the connections you made might have been very superficial and shallow in some sort of way just because you wanted somebody there at the time. Some of you are moving extremely quickly right now. And when you get where you're going, you're going to look behind you. And that loss is finally going to hit you. And it's going to overwhelm you a bit. It's going to try to pull you under. Not gonna drown in the water, 'cause the good Lord ain't bringing me home. But you're not gonna drown. It may be pulling on you. The past may be pulling on you. You may be feeling very hurt, ashamed, sad. You may be grieving, feeling that loss, letting it wash over you. As soon as you guys work your way through this, though, as soon as you guys visit your emotions finally, after putting it off for so long, you're going to finally delve into those emotions and see what has been hidden from you this whole time. Everything's going to be illuminated and clarified for you. Any of the illusions, any of the things you told yourself that just weren't true. Anything like that. It's all going to be being brought to light. You're going to start to see some of the reasons that you acted in certain ways or did certain things, or why you felt certain ways and how to heal those things. You're going to be feeling very overly attached to the past in some sort of way. And then there's going to be this inspiration coming into you while you're in this state. I feel like some of you are going to be creating some of your best artworks in whatever fashion of art you choose, whether that be photography, writing, painting, drawing. For some of you, cooking or baking, making blankets. Maybe even making oils or bath scrubs and lotions or salts, or you might be delving into a lot of natural and herbal healing at this time too. There's a lot of things that are going to help with those emotions. Grapefruit essential oil is fucking phenomenal for emotional regulation and really helping you to feel better emotionally. Same with orange oil and lemon oil. Lavender is great for bringing a peaceful, calming feeling with those especially. All of those together will really create a very strong antidepressant. And not an antidepressant in the way that it steals all of your emotions like a pharmaceutical one would, but an antidepressant in the way that it actually helps you to feel better. It helps to energize you, give you that vitality. Things like that. So you're going to be moving very quickly through this pain, though. Very quickly through this pain. And I feel like in the past you skimmed over a lot of the pain and you didn't really deal with it. You just kind of swept it under the rug, and that's why it's creeping back in now. So make sure that you really dive in, even if you do it quickly, because you are going to be able to do it quickly because you've been through a lot at this point and you're starting to know how to do it more, and you're starting to move through it a lot quicker. You're going to be regenerating, rebuilding yourself, rebranding yourself. You're going to be feeling very liberated, very free to be you. You're going to be feeling like all the things that were holding you back, or all the people around you that were only seeing your past self, that kept you in this state of stagnancy. You kept yourself in that state of stagnancy. But it was because of the feelings of having all those people around watching you that were a part of that past, and not feeling like you could shift or change because of it. Especially since a lot of them might have been people who say, oh, people don't change, people never change, and you're never going to change, or whatever the case may be. You are really freeing yourself, spreading your wings and flying in your own direction, becoming an individual. You might even be the first one from your family to move away from your family in some way as well. This is definitely going to be a massive transformation here. There is definitely a strong loss that you're grieving. Some of you could be grieving a death of a loved one. Someone you loved very much could be passing away. And actually, somebody might actually be being reborn into somebody around you as well. After all this pain, loss, hurt, and sadness of the past and all this, you might have just had a lot of negative messages, and you could have a lot of people angry with you, or a lot of people passionate that are just coming at you. And this transformation and this change, this move is so good for you, because it is going to bring you a fresh, clean environment to be able to heal in. 2222 was just on the clock. Oh, it was 2122, but it was close enough. And I saw 2222, so... yeah. Balance, peace, harmony, hope, joy, happiness, beauty, light, and love. You're going to be filled up with so much love, so much positivity, so much joy. And it's all going to be because of the hard work that you have put in towards healing yourself, and towards growing, and towards separating yourself from things, people, and places that are a part of the past. And everything has just spilled out and created a lot of pain. And then you're going to start to notice the new connections in front of you. The new friendships, the new people, the new love, the new joy in your life, the new happiness in your life. And all these beautiful things are going to come together to create this synergistic energy for you. 2222 is now on the clock. And you're going to be feeling very aligned with your path and your purpose. And you are going to be taking action on things that are going to make you extremely happy and extremely successful in the most important ways of all. And that is in loving connections, beautiful friendships, peace, harmony, hope, love, joy, and just resonating and vibrating at this beautifully high energy. Because you finally got away from all the negative voices or energies around you and all of the things that were bringing you down. We also have this message. I almost forgot it. You spoil me so much. I love the love that you give. You give me freedom and space, but you also have lots of love. I try to give you space when you need it too, but sometimes it's so hard. After all, you're my best friend. Sometimes I make messes when you're gone. I just get curious. Thank you for never being mad for too long. Some of you might actually be getting a new pet that's going to bring you a lot of happiness and joy as well. That could be one of the new friendships that you're creating. For some of you, you might deal with a friendship that you are maintaining long distance as well. There could be some codependency issues on your side or their side, and you guys could be working through them and trying to remind each other that even though there's this space and this distance, you still love each other and that you will see each other again. So that is what I have for this pile. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you had to say about it, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through, all those kinds of things. And I really hope you guys did enjoy this. Also, thank you to each and every person on here who supports my channel in whatever way you do, or my other channel, D's Storytime, where all my poetry is located. You can find a link for it in the description box below. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, donations. You can find my Cash App, PayPal, Amazon wishlist, and P.O. Box down there if you're interested in that. Thank you for purchasing my services. There's a list and descriptions in the description box too. And also, you can join me for my live readings on Thursdays as well. And I do questions on those days too. So, thank you guys so much once again for being here. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3 for you guys. What can you expect in this new change, transition, or move that you are making? This new area you're coming into, I feel like there's definitely a new area you're coming into. And I feel like there's going to be a lot going on all at once. You may have a lot of people wanting to go out with you, a lot of people wanting to get to know you better, a lot of people wanting to introduce themselves. You might move into a place where people are going to be really wanting to get closer to you, wanting to introduce themselves. You may be finding a lot of unique people around you, individuals, people that are very different. You are going to be gaining a lot more power and a lot more knowledge, I feel like, as well. You're going to be really going through some cycles so you can see them differently again. Going through some of the cycles you've been through already to see them differently. You're going to be really diving into your emotions more, accepting your emotions more, expressing your emotions more, loving yourself more unconditionally, and giving that love to others more unconditionally. You're going to be feeling more confident and strong in your voice. And just in who you are in general, you're going to be feeling like you can just be you. And that being you and different is beautiful. You're going to be feeling very abundant, very fertile, and there's going to be a lot of beauty surrounding you. Mario, Garcia, Gabe, Monica, Grateful Gardens Art Studio. There was an art studio in town here called Grateful Gardens at one point. You might be going to art school for some of you. But you might be moving somewhere that is a very artsy community. Somewhere where freedom and expression are praised very highly. And people really enjoy those things. Dancing, too, might be a part of this. Diane, Kindness, Kinky, Beth, Jared, Emmanuel. Those parts of yourself that people would think are taboo, or a lot of people might be ashamed of those types of parts of themselves and things like that. You're going to be feeling really good about those parts. You're going to be accepting those parts, loving those parts, and you're going to be seeing that there is other people in this world who do as well. There are other people in this world who believe that art is a worthwhile pursuit. Or there are other people who believe in this world that expressing yourself as an individual is a very important thing, and nobody should be suppressing that. You're going to be feeling like you can finally break out of the box and come out of the closet on whatever it is that you may have been holding back within yourself. For some of you, it could actually be coming out of the closet as gay or LGBTQ in whatever way. Someone may have to have surgery because of a bad habit, but because of this eye-opener, they are ready for a lifestyle change. After this change, they are going to notice how much that habit was draining their life and hurting others around them. It's time to trust. All the past was and is in the past. It's time to open up again. People have hurt you. Those you love have hurt you. You have been through so much. Be patient with you. But don't use it as an excuse. You are strong and amazingly resilient. You have made it through so much, and you can make it through this too. Be brave and know that sometimes things work out so well, it can make up for the past and show you why you had to wait. So there is definitely going to be some things that you have been waiting a very long time for, hoping for, praying for, believing in, or at least trying to believe in. And some days you've probably been railing and ranting and can't even fucking think straight enough to believe in any of it. But you're going to be believing in it. This surgery could be you, or it could be someone else. And I'm thinking, for a lot of you, it might actually be someone else. Someone may have been repressing who they are, and it could be you too, once again. Somebody could have been overeating because of this repression. Somebody could have been over drinking because of this repression, or overly using some sort of dependency in some way because of this repression. Somebody could have been bullying and judging others because they were repressing themselves and hating parts of themselves. But that's going to be changing in the near future. There's going to be some sort of life-altering event that happens that causes this transformation and change. Knight of Cups. This could actually be why some of you are moving too. Some of you might actually get to go on a vacation. That could be part of it too. Some people here might be going on a vacation after just a long, stressful, whatever you've been going through and having to carry this load for so long. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And it drips, drips, drips. And then it tips, tips, tips until it pops. Yeah, so somebody could have been under a lot of pressure. Just feeling a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility, a lot of doing a lot for others, caring and nurturing and taking care of everyone around you. And that could have been something that got to you and caused you to have some sort of something going on. Or somebody else in your life. The Knight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Bee, the Black Egg. Yeah, it could definitely be that you are going to be going through a life-altering experience of some sort that is going to drag out those beautiful parts of yourself that you have hidden away for too long. You're going to be feeling very inspired to go after whatever it is that you want, to express your love, to express your passion, to express your joy. And you're also going to start expressing to people what you can and cannot do. You are going to start telling people no. You are going to start dropping that giant, heavy burden of responsibility that you have carried around like a fucking ball and chain for years. Feeling like the entire world could not survive if it wasn't for you, and you have to make sure that you're there every day to do everything. You're going to be stepping up into your courage, stepping up into your power. You're going to be enjoying life, going out, having fun. You're going to be speaking your truth and expressing yourself. You're going to be taking responsibility for the actions you've taken, expressing your truth, maybe even asking for forgiveness in some areas. Some of you could have spent, once again, a little too much time drinking. There is definitely an energy here, though, of a people pleaser who is no longer going to be a people pleaser. Because somebody wants to live life for themselves now. Because they spent too damn long living it for everyone else around them. And now it is time to do something for you. To express your truth. To let yourself out of the box and to be who you are. You may be networking. You may be communicating a lot. You may be really working hard to create something for yourself that you're passionate about, that you have a lot of joy, that you gain a lot of joy and fulfillment from. Something that really makes your heart sing. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In a dream you'll lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. La 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 la. La 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 la. So you are going to be believing in your dreams for the first time ever, and you are going to be pushing hard to pursue them and make them come true. And some of you might have overdone it and pursued them a little too hard, and that could be what has gotten you in this predicament. But I feel like that's what's coming after, because I feel like you were doing everything for everyone else for a very long time. You were taking care of each and every responsibility. You were being everyone's strength around you, and you were holding everything up for such a long time. But no more. Because you need to live life too. What is the point of living life if you're not going to live life? And you may have been very responsible, super overly responsible for such a long time, and you're ready to have some fun. You're ready to get out there. You're ready to enjoy life and see more of it. Experience things. You might not have gotten to experience a lot of the rites of passage that you should have been able to experience growing up. You may have had to grow up very early. You may have had to take responsibility for a lot of things at a very young age. You could have had children very young. You could have been taking care of your siblings very young. You could have been taking care of the house in general very young. You could have had very irresponsible parents that just did not hold things down in the right way. So you felt like you had to be the one to keep everything together or it was all going to fall apart. Could have had a spouse like that, whatever the case may be. But now you are changing that, transitioning that, and really leaving that past energy behind in favor of something new, something that really just makes you feel alive. You might have been dealing with a lot of depression and anxiety too. You may have been dealing with a lot of stress. You could have even, some of you could have even had a heart attack. And that may have been what caused you to wake up and realize that, hey, I can't be doing everything for everyone anymore. Everybody else around here is going to have to grow up. And you know what? I get to grow down a little bit. Because I need to be able to be a kid sometimes too. I need to be able to enjoy my life and have some fun and take a fucking break for a change. So that's what you're going to be doing. And don't worry about how you're going to do it. You're going to be able to do it. And you're going to be able to enjoy yourself. Because you deserve it and you have earned it. And all that energy you put out taking care of others, that will come back to you in the form of being taken care of yourself. And it may not come back to you in the form of like money or something. It may actually come back to you in the actions of people wanting to make sure that you get to experience those things you've never experienced before. You are going to be finding that inner warrior inside of you as well. And stepping up to bat. Really finding that courage to try everything that you've been so afraid to try for so long. That is what I have for you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys had to say about it, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through, all that kind of good stuff. And thank you guys so much for whatever support you send my way, whether it be liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, donations, hitting that little super thanks button, purchasing services. You can find all of my information for my services, descriptions, prices, my Amazon, wish list, P.O. Box, PayPal, Cash App, my other channel, StoryTime, where you can find my poetry. You can find all that stuff listed in the description box below. Truly appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for all of your support. I really hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are, when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.